Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to build a calculator using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. This project is perfect for beginners who want to practice their web development skills. We will start by setting up the project, creating HTML structure, editing styles with CSS and then making it functional with JavaScript. Let's get started. Okay, open our HTML file and first we'll create markup. Let's add a new title. We can write JS calculator. Okay, and now let's start create our markup. First we'll create wrapper and add class. Call this class calculator. Okay, and next we'll create a display for our calculator. Create new div. You can use input, but we'll be using simple div because it will be more fast. And also add class. We can call this class calculator display. Okay, and next we can create buttons for our calculator. First we'll create container for our button, create new div and add class calculator case. Okay, and start create our button. First we'll create buttons for control our calculator like clear, delete, percent and divert. Create a common class for all our button. We can name this class K and also create data attribute. We'll be using this data attribute inside our JavaScript file. Create. We can name this data attribute data action and first button will be clear. Okay. Duplicate this button 4 times and the second button will be delete and also we need percent and divide. Okay, and next we need to create first a row with button. Copy this button and delete data attribute. We need to create 3 button and 4 button will be our controller. And first for our controller we also need to add this data attribute. Okay, but we need to change value. Okay, and change our numbers. 7, 8 and 9. Okay, and copy these 4 buttons and create a new row and do the same for this row. Change all numbers and change data action value and now we need to add minus. Okay, and copy this row one more time and now we need to add plus and again change data attribute value and change all these numbers. Okay, and now we need to create our last row, but this row will be have only 2 columns. Delete first and change our number, add point and change data action. We can call calculate. Okay, our markup is ready and let's open the window. Here's our calculate. Now it looks doesn't well, but when we'll add style it'll be looks very attractive. Okay, let's go to add our styles. First you need to create file with styles and also you need to connect this file. You can do it inside head, but you also can create style tag and add all your style inside that tag. Okay, first let's create basic style for our body. Create display flags and change position all our elements inside in the center. Create justify content center and align items center. Okay. Next also let's change height. We'll be using full screen and change background color. It will be light and create font family. Here's our font and let's look at the window. Now position our calculator was changed and now we can start create stuff for our calculator. Copy this class and first create stuff for our wrapper. Add border 1 pixel, solid, and add color gray. Okay, and also using border radius 10 pixels and add width 320 pixels. And let's look at the window. Here's our wrapper and also we can create shadow for our wrapper using box shadow and add 0 to okay, and create color. I'll be using RGB because I want to have opacity shadow. Create RGB and add value 0, 0 and also create opacity 0.1. Okay, let's look at the window. Now we got our shadow and next step let's create style for our display. Copy this class and paste here. Okay, first let's add background color and color for our text. We'll be using white and change font size 2.5 em. Okay, and also change position our text using property text align and value right and create padding 20 pixels. Also create border radius ten pixels. Okay, and let's look at the window. Our display is ready and next let's add styles for our buttons. First create styles for our wrapper. We'll be using display grid. Create property display grid and next let's create columns using grid template columns and we can use repeat 4 and 1 FL. Okay, let's look at the window. Here is our button and next let's add some gap 1 pixels and create background color ready and next let's create styles for our button. Create new selector and first we create background color. Create new background color and we'll be using white. Also delete all border and create padding 20 pixels and change font size 1.5 em. And also we can create hover effect using our class and create hover and will be change background color. Okay, and let's look at the window. Like you see now it looks more attractive and in the end we can create cursor pointer and transition. Transition will make our hover more slowly and attractive. create cursor pointer and transition. Okay, let's look at the window. Like you see, now our background appeared more slowly and I think it's more attractive. And next step, we need to change background color for our controllers. We can, using our data attribute, copy all these data attribute and create for all these elements new background color. And change color text. Let's look at the window. Now our control buttons are almost ready, but we also need to create hover effect for all these buttons. We need to change background color. Copy these elements and create hover. Okay, now our buttons are ready, and next let's create stuff for our clear and delete. Copy this data attribute and create for them new background color. Okay, these two buttons are also ready, and also create hover. And in the end, let's create stuff for this button. Copy this data attribute and first add background color. And also add color white and change property grid column. We can use values pen to. Okay, let's look at the window. Now it looks very attractive, and also let's create hover for this button. Add hover and change background color. This button is also ready, and now we can start create logic for our calculator. First you need to create JavaScript file, and next you need to connect this file using tag script and attribute src. Okay, and when you connect your JavaScript file, you can start to create JavaScript logic. First let's get our display. Create new const, and we can name this const display, and using document get element by ID and add our ID. We forgot to add ID for our display. Create ID attribute and add display. Okay, copy and paste here. Next step, we need to get all our buttons. We can name this variable case and using again document, but now we'll be using query selector and class. Copy this class and pass here. Okay, and next we need to create some variables. First we need to create first value, and default it'll be empty string. Also we need to create operator, create new let and add name operator. It'll also be empty string. Okay, and in the end let's create waiting for second value. Default add false. Okay, and now we can create a new listener for our buttons using method add event listener, and will be listen event click. Okay, and also we need to get this event. Okay, and now we can get our k, create new const, call this const k, and it will be event target. Our k will be inside our event target. Okay, and also we need to get active on our k, create new const, action and using our k dataset and action. And also we need to get content inside our k. Create new const. We can call this const k content and using k and property text content. And also we need to get num display num. Create new const and we can name this const display num and using our display variable and again using property text content. Okay, and we need to create condition if our k matches button. We need to stop our function and we can using return and also check our action. If our action is okay, maybe our action is empty or our action is false and we need to check it, so we can create one more condition. If display num is 0 or waiting for seconds value, we need to using display and text content at k content. And also we need to switch off our waiting for second value using false. Okay, if our condition is false, we need to create else and again using our display text content. And now we need to calculate display num plus k content. Okay, and next we need to check our action. Create first condition. If our action is clear, we need to add 0 and also add first value empty and operator empty. Okay, and also using waiting for seconds value false. Okay, next create condition for our delete button and if user click on delete, we need to using display num and method slice and add two arguments 0 and -1 or add 0. Okay, and create the same for %. And now we need to calculate our % using parser, using parse float and add our display num and 100. Also in the end we need to using method toString because we'll get number. Okay, and let's look at the window. Like you see, our number buttons are works and clear and delete button also work. And let's add logic for our write buttons. But first let's change it. Okay, let's continue work on our logic. And now we can create a big conditions for all our write button. Create these conditions if our action add or our action subtract or multiply we need to change first value, use display num and also change operator, add action. Okay, and also add waiting for second value. In the end we need to add logic for this button. Create our last condition if action calculator, and also checks all arguments, first value and operator, and waiting for second value is false. We need to change our display text content using our display and again using text content, and now we need to create function calculate. Create new const and name calculate. Create our function, and this function will be get 3 arguments. We need to get first value, operator, and second value. And first create a variable for result. Default it will be empty string. Okay, and now we can use switch case for checking our operator. Using switch and create first case and change our result. But first correct this mistake. Add operator here, and if our operator adds, we need to add our first value and second value. And also we need to using parse float. Before we add our element, we need that our element will become numbers. First add first value and also add our operator, and do the same for second value. Okay, and also add break. Okay, and copy this case 4 times. And now we can copy our... Okay, our switch case is ready and we added all operators, and next we need to return our result. Return our result, and also using method to string, because our result will be okay. And now we can use in our function here, copy our function and call here, and we need to add 3 arguments, first value, operator, and second value. It will be our displayed now. And next we need to clear our first value and our operator using our variable and add empty string, and do the same for operator. Now our logic is also ready, and let's look at the window. Let's try to add 4 and 5 and click calculate. Like you see, it doesn't work. Okay, let's open the code, and I made mistake because we need to change action. I wrote calculator, but we need to calculate. Okay, let's try again. Like you see, now everything works and we finished working on our calculator. Thanks for watching this video, and if you liked this video, please subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video.